It's really early and my face is still puffy. I can really see inside of the viewfinder. My cheeks are ginormous right now. Hi, it's been a long time since I have spoken to you because I had an interesting month where I decided to run away from YouTube because I was scared of all the work behind it and the idea of success and failure. I'm back because I have a little bit of a fire again underneath me and I'm feeling a bit more inspired to understand what I want to put out there as well as learning new techniques to do it. I'm really hard on myself. I am my harshest critic. I just haven't been going outside as much. I've been leaving my house to do yoga. I miss doing things. I don't have a job right now, so a lot of my friends, they're all busy during the week and during the day, which is prime time hours to like get out into the city and do what you want to do without like the crazy crowds of the weekends. Too crowded, too many people in the city. I bought a whole bunch of hangers for my closet that I really want to get through and organize because I feel a lot of guilt of like having so many clothes, more clothes than I need. And so part of me feels guilty about not having a more minimalistic, functional lifestyle, and instead I just have a lot of clothes that I don't wear. And that's sad for me because I feel like I'm wasting resources, not just Earth's resources, because, you know, like those clothes, they come from somewhere, right? Regardless of what material they are. But also my own resources. I spend a lot of money in my wardrobe. Like, you know, like I don't buy the most expensive pieces, but I have invested heavily into feeling good and feeling represented by the things that I wear. So I feel guilty in that sense. I guess some updates that I can talk about. I am knitting a new sweater, which is really exciting. I'll show that to you. I needed a new thing to do in all of this time that I have. And I have plans, which is good. I have a little bit more structure to my week now because I'm thinking about the things that are going to get me out of the house. They're going to get me to explore the city a little bit. I want to show New York in a light that feels more authentic to me and my experience and how I want to utilize this city and figure out how that works for me. So the content that I'm looking to make is to make New York feel a little bit more cozy and intimate. I would love to be your proxy friend who explores New York for you so that when you come visit and then figure out which places really vibe with you, then you can go visit them. Or if you live here, you know, also to adjust your life a little bit to maybe feel a little bit more cozy, especially in a city that sometimes feels very harsh, can sometimes feel very lonely, and doesn't have the most welcoming energy all the time. And I found you need to make your own energy for that. You need to make your own space to feel welcomed, to feel good. That's not to say to just insert yourself into any situation where perhaps, you know, is a bit entitled. More so just figuring out what feels good for the self. I'm gonna plan to go out to a couple of cafes. I am planning on going to a lot of museum exhibits that are interesting to me, and as well as just like ones that I've never heard of. And then later on this week, I'm gonna go see a friend of mine who is hosting a workshop at an apothecary. I feel much better than I did before, but I'm very glad that I've put out those first 2 videos. It is 2 days, I think, actually, since I last filmed. I do have exciting things planned today. I've ordered a bunch of hangers because I really need to organize my closet. This winter theme going on is that I just haven't been out of the house much recently, so I actually don't know what my closet really looks like at the moment, and I've been accumulating more things than I really should. So that's gonna be this morning. And then later on today, I might try to go to yoga class before the workshop that I'm scheduled to attend in Greenpoint. And that is a fire cider workshop at an apothecary. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's organize my things and see what I keep and see how many things I own that I don't realize because I can't see any of the stuff that I have. So let's get to it. This is my closet. Even though it looks very big, actually only this half of it is within use. And then the other half, there is nothing in here because I have some storage here that makes it hard for my clothes to be hung without like hitting it. I think it'd be one thing if I wore everything in here. It's another thing with the fact that like I'm like, oh, I own this and I forgot about it, which is like the depressing part of this experience, that I don't know what I own. And as soon as you get to a point where like you don't know where you own, I think that that is probably one. You can say that you have too many things. So I think a reduction is going to be needed today. I just thrifted these when I was in Colorado, but they're a really great pair of like wide leg cuffed pants. They're originally from Madewell, which overall I do like the quality of their jeans. I feel like it's gone down a little bit recently, but these fit awesome. I'm really happy that I got these. This was something more exciting that I was planning on like going through and having so much organization done, but now I feel more shame than anything of how many things I have. And okay, so I organized all of my pants so that all of the pants are on one hanger each. Before it was like I had all of my blue denim together on one hanger, but now I think that it's going to be much easier to actually see what I own because everything is laid out separately. And I also think that's probably what has caused just this overconsumption of things that I just don't know what I own. And so on the other side of the closet, I have long sleeve shirts and blouses, and then I have my dresses over here, and I moved the storage that was underneath on this side over to this side over here. Later on today, or I guess it's around 1 o'clock right now, so I'm gonna make myself some lunch. I'm really hungry. I'm going to wash my hair because it's very greasy. So organized, all of the hangers match. I'm very happy about that. So let's get on with the rest of our day. I started putting a little piece of ginger into my chai tea, and like it just gives it a little bit of like an extra kick. It's super yummy. I need to pick out an outfit. I have to draw my hair, and then I have to figure out what I'm doing besides the workshop tonight. Am I going to yoga? Am I going to make it? Will I have the energy? We'll see. There's still a mess under me. I didn't clean everything up. This is what I'm gonna wear today. I just bought this shirt over the summer. I went to Copenhagen and there's this really cute store. It's called Boy, B-O-I-I. They make these amazing, like, kind of like Ghani-esque, but cheaper. So, we like cheaper. And then yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup and then we're gonna go outside. Transmitter Park, which overlooks the water. It's so beautiful here. I'm gonna head to the apothecary in a little bit and see some sweet friends and do some fun activities, but you know, it's so funny vlogging in public. And the phrase that came to me is like, I want to do this unapologetically, but to say that I want to do it unapologetically like implies that there's something to apologize in the first place for, which is kind of crazy. That like, what am I apologizing for? Like my public existence? Like that's not anything to apologize for. You can just kind of be out here and do what you want to do, and it's my own self-shame that makes me not want to do this or makes me think that others are judging me. And maybe it's because that's my own self-talking. I've definitely been judgmental of others, and I think that that reflection is coming out because I've been judgmental. I expect others to also be judgmental. You know, it's a really great vibe right now, and I'm very happy and I'm very appreciative. so many things that I wanted to buy, but I'm really on a no buy right now. I really just can't be spending money like that because it was expensive. Yeah, if you're ever around, you should definitely go there. It's really cute. I won't lie. Having the camera be like set on me and like facing me, it's made me much more critical of my appearance than very loud. 1 second. It's made me much more critical of my appearance than I probably would have otherwise felt, just because I can now directly see what I look like. It also makes me realize like how awkward my mannerisms and like my motor skills can be. So I guess it's kind of just going into self-acceptance. That you forgot your wallet at? Yeah? That was such an intense day. I do feel frazzled sometimes.
She's so smart.
They just transformed the space so quickly. It's gonna be where the workshop is.
I'm just gonna weigh out an ounce. I feel like we should put some like cinnamon. Yeah, it's awesome because we're waiting for I enjoyed being in school, but I did all the stuff because I had to, but it was something I really enjoyed.
Yeah. I was just talking with Sophie about this of like saying like
All the ingredients, and then we're gonna let it sit for a few weeks, and then y'all are gonna strain it yourself. You know, like basically preservatives, like they found it in like tombs and stuff, like
Oh, wow.
you know, like roots and things still preserved. So honey is a very powerful.
I'm pretty calm, but it definitely changed my whole.
You get me that?
Yeah.
Or like more honey. Always more honey. Girl.
Hi. Metal straws. We're trying to save the planet. Yesterday was really fun. I had such a great time. Greenpoint is such a cute area. And it was also just great to reconnect with people, new friends that I made yesterday as well as old. I was sitting down on my couch earlier doing a little bit of knitting, which here's the update since a few days ago that I showed you. I'm going to the Swiss Institute. It opens at 2 p.m. Go explore the area a little bit. I think it's on St. Mark's Place, so it's an area that I know pretty well and I've been to a lot. So that's the plan today. Let's go. I've never been here before, and I had no idea there was a public rooftop that you can go to that overlooks St. Mark's Place, which is actually really crazy that it's kind of just hidden here. The Swiss Institute is a really interesting spot. I saw a presentation that they put together for Art Basel down in Miami back in like December time, I think, but it was about climate change, and they have a lot of really interesting, innovative minds that think in really interesting ways. It's completely free. You can go on the rooftop. So it's over New York City right now. After this, I think that I'm going to go to a coffee shop to get a little sweet treat, and then depending on the time, walk around a little bit, and then head over back into Queens and go to a yoga class. So I hope that you could hear any of that. I am in Manhattan, so it is quite loud. Just a great view. You can see the Chrysler Building from here. So yeah.